Hi, good people. Hi, TIs. It's Sherry, and I'm here with some free and valuable information. Some information that is going to help you benefit yourselves as well as others. Okay, so today I'm going to make it real brief. Okay, I didn't have time to make my real video the video that I'm intending to do, but that's okay. Still have to, put out content, and there's good information that needs to be talked about. So I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and I'm going to be talking about pepper spray. Okay, just this is it. Okay, so here's what it is. All right, this little gadget right here, okay, is a helpful tool, okay, to have in your toolbox. All right, you can purchase these. They're between $10 and $15. They sell them at local retailers, Walmart, Target. You can order them off of Amazon. But the number one store that usually always has them in stock is the auto stores. Advanced Auto Parts, Napa, all that. So if you ever, sometimes Walmart and stuff doesn't have them in stock, but you can always find these at the auto stores. Okay, so why are these important? Why would you need to carry pepper spray? Well, summer is upon us very shortly here. Here in the Midwest, I mean, it was so cold, so gloomy for so long, and finally we have a burst of summer weather. I'm talking about 80s, 70s. That's high for us. Even got a little tan work, because of all of the sun and everything. It's been beautiful. So, and I noticed too, though, in the summertime, more people are outside, so there's more potential for incidences to happen. Okay, so carrying pepper spray as a woman, as a male, I think it's just a good idea in general. Okay, for one thing, okay, picture people are out more with their dogs. Okay, now I've explained this before. Okay, we all have, when you have your dogs or your pets, and most pets are good and friendly and this and that, but above all, dogs are animals. Okay, and animals don't operate on logic. Humans barely operate on logic sometimes, when you get emotional, and animals less so. Mostly they're predictable, but different things can change the atmosphere. You could be walking your dog and they're quiet and they're good, and all of a sudden a rabbit hops by, or a squirrel goes by, or kids are jumping and screaming. It changes the atmosphere a little bit. Also, too, I have run into dogs off leash, other dogs in the neighborhood off leash, which is definitely a no-no as a dog owner. And if you love your dog, you should never leave your dog off leash. And I know, and I remember saying something, and the guy was like, "Oh, don't worry, he's friendly," and he really was, big husky, and he was friendly, wagging his tail. And the dog I was walking, he's friendly too. He was happy to have a friend. Okay, dog friendly. But two big dogs, and that can change in an instant. They can start fighting for whatever reason, dominance, fear, this, that. Same thing like humans. They're like us. Some people you like, some you just don't. Some give you a vibe. Sometimes you feel the need to assert yourself. Whatever. Okay, but if it happens with dogs, and you want to be able to, not that I'm advocating pepper spraying random dogs, okay, or animals, raccoons and such, and possums. I'm just saying, in a pinch, if it would get to threaten your safety, okay, it's a good tool to have, okay, and it's a tool that everybody can carry. There's rules with it, but it's a tool in your toolbox, okay, to help you. God forbid, your dog and another dog start fighting. They're two big dogs. Say you're female, even a male. You don't want to get in there and get your hands in there and get bit. They might turn on you. It's very weird when the adrenaline is high. So, but if you can pepper spray, hear me out. If you can pepper spray either one of them, and get them down for a minute, and then you can drag your dog away to safety, to the car, to wherever, and by that time, hopefully the owner, the irresponsible, well, a person acting irresponsibly, letting the dog off leash, they're friendly. Guys, don't put so much trust in these. Don't be illogical. We're the humans. We have to think for the animals, right? Just like we have to think for children, because we're older, we're wiser, we're humans. We have dominion over them. They can't be off leash. That's why it's a law. It is a law, and it makes sense because you never know. Anyways, I digress. So if that ever happens, pepper spray is a wonderful tool to have in your toolbox. I promise it is. I promise it is. Okay. So, also too, for wild animals, you never know. Some animals might have rabies. Some, might be protecting their litter that you didn't know about, in the garbage can. You go to throw out the garbage in the dumpster and there's a raccoon in there. You know what I mean? it's very rare that animals will attack because, again, we are humans. We have dominion over them, and they're built with that in them to know not to attack us. However, sometimes some situations over food, over resources, fear, they'll protect themselves. It doesn't make them bad. It just, it makes it life. Okay. So again, this little $10 to $15 gadget could help you avoid pain and suffering unnecessarily. Okay, and it goes right on your keychain, right along with your hand sanitizer for dog walkers. Always have your hand sanitizers. You got your bags. I think 3 is good. 1 is not enough. I swear, I've walked a dog and they've pooped like 3 times on the walk. Plus, sometimes you find other dogs' poops or garbage or something, and it's nice to have an extra bag just to pick it up. I digress. But anyways, hand sanitizer is always a nice one. Fits on your keychain along with your pepper spray. Okay? This is good stuff, along with this. Oops, I don't mean to do that. Oh. Anyways, along with this long, lanyard thing, whatever. So pepper spray is your friend. It is a tool in your toolbox. I think it's great. Okay. Also, too, God forbid, I'll just say this and I'll leave off. I don't want to get like, Debbie Downer. I was accused of being fake, on when I do my videos. I don't know. I don't feel fake. I have to have more energy. When I'm doing videos, you have to, otherwise you come across as, and nobody wants to watch that all dull face. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to talk when you're doing videos. Now, am I at this mode all the time? No, actually I work in an environment where I have to kind of be a little bit lower key. I mean, whatever. I'm always funny. It is, this kind of is my personality. So I don't know. I think when people say you're fake, that's like, cause you're not being how they want you to be. They wish you were another way. Be like me so you won't be fake. I'm not fake. You're fake. No, you're fake. No, you're fake. No, you're fake. Whatever. So yeah. One thing I want to bring out, okay, I watched a special once, and this was a man, and it was in New York on the East Coast. Anyways, he had robbed a lot of people. He was in prison for it and, doing his time. And they had interviewed him, asking him tips for people, what he looked for when he would rob people and how people could avoid that. He was able to give tips because he was, obviously, rehabilitating himself and seeing the error of his ways. And he was, giving out the details about what he looked for when he wanted to rob people. Of course, he said women. Okay, women are a little bit weaker sex, of course, physically. Even strong women are still weaker than than a man, the weakest man too. You can have a skinny man and not think that he's strong. He's small and he's short and he's skinny and he doesn't have that much muscles. They still have testosterone. They're still a little bit stronger, a lot bit. So that's good. That's the way it's meant to be. But anyways, so know that, okay? So women, but that doesn't mean that men can't be targeted, of course. But for quick robberies, usually it's women, if you don't want much of a struggle. So he said that. And then he said one thing that did deter him was when people had pepper spray. And the interviewer asked him, he said, well, is it good to have the pepper spray visible, or should you hide it and just use it, kind of like a firearm, should you just, they don't know you have it, so it's better. And then the art of surprise, is better. No, not with pepper spray. He said, don't try to be a hero. Don't pull it out, unexpectedly, because then you could get killed. Because then he said, him being the said robber, could think you're pulling out a gun or a knife and then get more physical with you. He said, if you're going to carry pepper spray and if you're going to use it, make it obvious, have it out in the open. When I walk with this around my neck and you can clearly see, people look, especially if somebody's thinking about it. So he said that pepper spray deterred him because he knew the person was aware and they were going to put up more of a fight, and he could get pepper sprayed and attention could be drawn and he would get slowed down if he was pepper sprayed. You can't run away too far if you're pepper sprayed, right? So again, don't be a hero, anything like that. If you can run away, it's always best. But in a situation, and sometimes it depends on how much it's worth. How much do you have? He said too, think about it. If it's not that much, let them have your whatever they're wanting, your jewelry or your, let it go. Don't die over it, right? Let them have your cash. With people like, nowadays with all the debit cards and stuff, a lot of people don't carry cash, So yeah, for what it's worth, pepper spray. I feel like I'm doing a public service announcement. Okay, maybe I should put on my fake. Sell me this pen. Sell me this pepper spray. I can see you. Wait, what is it called? I love this for you. I love this for us as a society. I love this for us. I love the idea of being safe, keeping our animal friends safe, keeping our environment safe, and just all around being better humans by carrying pepper spray. You can find it at your local retailers, Walmart, Target, and especially your auto stores. Go ahead, give it a try. One spray will hang on, you could have a little slogan. One spray keeps death away. One spray keeps an ass kicking away. one spray, that's all. We have a local attorney here in town. He goes, one call, that's all. Ruin their life. He doesn't say that, you just got to infer that. One call, that's all. Call me. I'll ruin their life. I'll run them to the ground. I'll make them wish they had never been born. I'll stalk them at their job, stalk them in the community. Just give me the word. $10,000. There are actually packages you can buy to ruin somebody's life. Actually, it's off the books, of course. They don't call it that, but yeah, literally, you can pay an attorney and and they'll have their private investigators, and they will shred a person's life, like in the community. They will spread rumors, and yeah, that's actual thing, people. That's a thing. Not that all attorneys are bad, because just like there's the bad ones, there's also good ones. On every side, on each side, there's each side has their players. Okay. So yeah, anyways, that one call, that's all. They seem nice, but I'm just saying, one spray, that's all. Get you some, especially if you have a pet, especially if you have a dog, because you might say, oh, another little example, and that's really, I'm done. I don't mean to drone on, but okay, say your dog is smaller, there's Chihuahua breed, dog breeds come in all sizes. There's the guard dog types, the working dogs, the snow dogs, the whatever's, all different types. And then the little dogs, the Chihuahuas, the terriers. They're dogs, they're little. Okay. Those dogs wouldn't really stand a chance against a bigger dog. So if you're a pet owner with a smaller dog, even a bigger dog, doesn't matter. You want to, and then maybe you have a bigger dog and you don't want your dog to fight with a smaller dog. If the dogs that I usually deal with are very dog friendly, but they, things can change just depending on what's going on. Just like humans, it could give off the wrong vibe or something. I don't know. The dog I walk is very good. He likes calm dogs. He likes confident dogs. If a dog is a little nervous though, a little too, and then even, he had the same thing happen to him. Another dog didn't like him being too rambunctious, and it's okay. He lived. He's fine. But still, having small dogs and having dogs in general, it can be a risk to them and to other animals. So you always want to carry this, because you could potentially break up a fight easier. Not saying you can stop it. Don't be a hero, but it could be, you could buy yourself time. It would be easier. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. That's all. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.